Uh-oh. Here we go.
Oh no. It's climbing up out of there.
Don't escape, beer.
Beer,
You can't escape.
There's no escape.
Hey, it's Sue.
And Megan in the restricted section.
Today we're doing the X-Men Apocalypse book tag.
Yes.
And we were tagged by Books and Bobs.
Yep.
So we'll put his video below. I don't know who did the original tag, but if we can find that, we'll put that below too.
We're also drinking this vanilla porter from, what is this? Breckenridge Brewery in Colorado.
Yep. Ale brewed with real vanilla beans.
Yeah.
Fancy.
So fancy.
Pretty good.
It's tasty, yeah.
Yeah.
It's super vanilla.
Very, very vanilla-y.
Mm-hmm. Also, in honor of this tag, I wore my Breakfast Club as X-Men shirt.
I have no X-Men here. Sorry, I haven't even seen this movie.
It's good.
I've seen one X-Men movie ever.
It's a good movie. I saw it on Thursday, so it's good. All right.
Anyway, let's get into it.
Let's do this.
The first one is Mystique. Name a female lead who is a strong and flawed character.
For this, I chose the biologist in the Southern Reach trilogy. She a tough bitch, but she's also, she has a lot of issues with like social interaction, and she's just kind of an interesting person. She's a little different.
I chose Astrid from White Oleander by Janet Fitch. This is sort of her coming of age story, and she's definitely flawed. She makes some mistakes, but you know, for all the shit that she went through, she comes out pretty strong in the end. So yeah, and this is a really good book.
Nice. I haven't read that,
by the way. It's really good. It's one of those books that after I read it, I was like, I don't know if I liked that or not. And then I just kept thinking about it, and like a week later I was like, no, I loved that.
No, it's great. I like that. The next one is Xavier. Name a character who is a good mentor or instructor.
I chose Lestat from Interview with the Vampire.
No.
Yeah, that was pretty much a joke because he's terrible. He's a terrible mentor.
Oh,
but
God.
you know, he does teach Louis the ways of the vampire.
You make a solid point. I just watched that movie for the first time.
Really?
Like a couple months ago.
Brad Pitt's really bad in it, am I right?
It's a bad movie. Like, it's so bad.
I think Tom Cruise was good in it, but Brad Pitt was really bad in that movie.
Oh, God. It was just the worst.
No, I like this book, though.
When I worked at the jail, a lot of the inmates liked Anne Rice.
Really?
I read a lot of Anne Rice.
Really? See, I read this a really long time ago, and I got the next book, The Vampire Lestat, and I started to read it, but I just couldn't really get into it. Although I've heard a lot of people say that it's better than this book, so I don't know. I really need to read that.
Check it out.
But anyway.
All right. I chose Minerva McGonagall for this one because Minerva's badass.
She is.
I really love that scene where she like calls down the stone things from the castle to like help defend Hogwarts.
Yeah.
She's badass.
She's badass. And she turns into a cat, which is awesome. I wish I could turn
cool.
into a cat.
Yeah, that'd be pretty. I would scratch your belly.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I wouldn't claw the shit out of you like my cat does me. She's bruised me. Like she punctured me and left bruises.
What a bitch.
It's weird. She made me bleed like 3 times yesterday. But then she does shit like fall asleep on me laying upside down, and I can't be mad at her.
That's how cats survive.
Okay, so the next one is Quicksilver. Name a fast-paced book that you read in one sitting.
I read Alice by Christina Henry in one sitting. This is just a weird take on Alice in Wonderland. So Alice wakes up in a like mental hospital and makes a friend there. They end up getting out of the mental hospital and they go on this like quest to find and subdue the Jabberwocky. And it is a really fucked up story. And I just wanted to keep reading it to find out what happened. So it was really good. And I guess it's like a series and there's another one coming out in like July or something. I don't know.
I read Fahrenheit 451 in one sitting. Yeah, it sucked me right in, and I couldn't put it down, which, you know, it's not a big book, but...
Right.
But yeah, I loved this book.
I love me some Ray Bradbury. The next one is Beast. Name a beast of a book that you were intimidated by before you read it.
I chose A Brief History of Seven Killings by Marlon James. It's a pretty big book. It wasn't really the size that intimidated me, though. It was more the subject, because I knew it was like a highly political book, and I know nothing about politics, so I was like, I don't know, might not get it. I was afraid I just wouldn't get it.
Oh, okay.
But I ended up really loving it, so.
Nice. My pick for this one is one I still haven't read, but I'm a little intimidated by. It's Wizard by Mark Cypher, and that is the biography of Nikola Tesla. So I fucking love Nikola Tesla, and I think he's amazing. So I'm really looking forward to reading the book, but it's huge. And I've read like a little bit of it, and the author goes into tremendous detail, so I'm afraid it's going to be tedious.
Next we have Nightcrawler. Name your favorite character that is a creature of the night.
I chose Drizzt Do'Urden. I just read one of those D&D books. It was my fiance pick that I read. I mentioned it in my wrap-up video, but he is a dark elf, or a drow, and he lives in the Underdark. Which is like way the fuck below the surface, and it's like pitch black there, and he's pretty cool. I liked him.
Sounds cool.
Yeah.
I chose Laszlo Count Dracula from the book The Secret Life of Laszlo Count Dracula by Roderick Anscombe. I read this book on summer break in high school, and I loved it. It's he's not a vampire in this book. He's just a man who's a serial killer.
Okay.
But, yeah, it was just, at the time, I don't know if I'd love it as much now as I did then, perhaps, but at the time it was just something that I'd never really read anything like that before, and it was just really interesting. And I'd still call him a creature of the night because he definitely, like, prowled around at the nighttime, so.
Yeah, I'd say that's solid.
So, yeah, that's who I chose.
Alright, the next one is Havoc. Name an underrated character who is powerful and deserves more attention.
I chose the spitting dinosaurs from Jurassic Park. Which they're Dilophosaurus? I don't remember for sure. But that was they were always my favorite. Like in the movie, when I saw the movie as a kid, that was my favorite scene, was when those spitting dinosaurs killed Newman.
And that scene in the book is like way more brutal.
It's really brutal.
Holy
in the
fuck,
book.
it's brutal.
Which I also loved.
Yeah, I did too. But I felt like he wasn't as cloyed, like he didn't get on my fucking nerves as much in the book as he did in the movie.
Yeah, in the movie he's really annoying.
Oh god. And then in the book he's a shit, but you can almost kind of understand why he's a shit. But
yeah, but either way, I always loved the spitting dinosaurs. I thought they didn't get enough attention.
They're pretty badass because they're adorable, but they'll eat your fucking guts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Which in the book I don't think they're little and adorable like they are.
No,
they're big in the book, I think.
I think they're bigger, yeah.
But yeah, either way,
I
liked them a lot.
For this one, I chose Samwise Gamgee because I feel like he's the real hero. I think Frodo's a whiny bitch, and I think that Samwise kind of carries the whole mission.
Next is Cyclops. Name a character who struggles to control their power.
I chose Carolyn from the library at Mount Char. She, I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil the book. She comes into a great deal of power, and she kind of struggles with how do I use it, what do I do with it. So she kind of has some missteps and some mistakes before she finally comes up with the best thing to do with her power.
I chose the main character, Mythony Thomas, from this book, The Rook, by Daniel O'Malley. In this book, she wakes up surrounded by bodies and has no idea who she is or what she's doing there. And she learns that who she is and that she also has a special power where she can sort of get inside of like anything, I think any living creature, and kind of take control of like their body, not their mind. It's not mind control, it's body control.
Okay.
Because they know, like, I don't want to be doing this, but they can't
they
stop
have to do it anyway. Okay.
Yeah, and she, because, you know, she hasn't, you know, just sort of suddenly discovers, oh, I have this power.
Oh,
she
shit,
does,
yeah.
she does kind of, I don't know if struggle's the right word, but she definitely has to sort of experiment with it and figure out what to do and how. There's points where she almost harms herself because she like drains herself from using it too much. So yeah, I guess she does struggle a little. So there's that.
The next one is Jean Grey. Name a character who had a traumatic incident happen in their past.
This kind of could be like almost any character.
Yeah, it could be a lot of characters.
Could be a lot, but I chose Jane Eyre. You know, she goes through some abuse when she's a child, especially the scene in the Red Room was pretty traumatic for her. And so, yeah, Jane Eyre goes through some shit.
Also, that shit that she went through was handled in like a very British way.
Yeah.
Like, traumatic shit happens, we're just gonna pretend like we're just gonna go on. I'm not gonna talk about it. I chose Jude fucking St. Francis from A Little Life because motherfucker had pretty much nothing but traumatic stuff happen to him. So
his whole child was just trauma.
God damn.
I mean, even from the moment he was born,
Trauma.
he gets found by a dumpster.
Yeah, by some like fucking twisted ass monks.
Yeah.
What the does that even exist?
We never discussed that really, but
No.
he was getting molested at the monastery,
Yes.
right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Severely. And like also, how fucking common is it for like monasteries to still exist and like be adopting children?
There's a monastery in Ava.
What?
Yeah.
What?
They make fruitcakes. They do. They're like famous for making fruitcakes. I've been there. I don't know if they adopt children, but there's
And molest them? I don't know.
I hope they don't adopt children
Christ.
and molest them, but
Fuck me, yeah. That's funny. Alright, well, monasteries then.
yeah.
That's a thing still.
Yep.
Alright.
At least around here.
Learn something.
The next one is the 4 Horsemen. Name 4 villains to create your ultimate villain squad that could potentially take this world apart.
Oh shit. Fuck. I chose 3. Largely because I couldn't think of 4, but what we're gonna say is that I don't think it needs 4. I think these 3 will be sufficient. That's gonna be my cover. I chose Voldemort, Lord Sauron, can't ever say that right, and zombies.
Just zombies in general.
Zombies in general, man. I mean, not like the, you know,
Like
what
the
is
fast, wiggly zombies.
Yeah, the fast, like, squirmy ones that you're like, whoa, fuckers. But not
Calm
like
down.
the shuffly, moany ones. Not those.
Yeah. I think even the shuffly moany ones, if it was like a huge epidemic.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, like, Walking Dead zombies are also kind of... Well, the thing about them is, like, they're shambly when they're by themselves or there's only a couple of them, but, like, if there's a horde of them, and then also, like, as soon as they notice, like, potential food, they get a hell of a lot faster, which is a little terrifying. So, it's fucking zombies, man.
Go into a frenzy, like a feeding frenzy.
Yeah, like a shark. But like a rotting shark that'll eat your
Oh god.
Yeah.
If zombie sharks, they should make that movie.
I would probably
Zombie sharks.
not watch that because it
Like-
would terrify me.
Like Sharknado, where they're on
Yeah,
land, but they're
but
also
like-
zombies.
Shambies. Sharks.
I like it. I like it. Why don't we make movies?
We should totally make movies.
Okay, so for this one, I didn't really know what to choose because I don't know. I don't read a lot of books that just have like villains in them.
Yeah.
But I think aliens are always terrifying. So I chose like all the aliens from A Planet for Rent, but specifically the Oyers, they're called. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. But they're very powerful, and they do take the world apart. I mean, the Earth apart.
Okay.
Like, they fuck
everything up.
the Earth over. They take everything over, basically.
Yeesh.
So they did that in this book. But, yeah, they're very wealthy and powerful aliens. So they're kind of... You can't really fight back because they literally like bomb Africa. They obliterate Africa. Whatever.
Like the entire
Africa?
continent.
They destroy it because humans were starting to like try to fight back, and they were like, "Nope, Africa's gone.
Fuck.
You better stay in line."
Okay. Yeah, that's a good choice then.
Yeah.
Shit.
So them.
All right. God damn. All right. The next one is Apocalypse. Name a series finale that you are dreading.
I don't really have one that I'm dreading. The only one that I have yet to read that I'm kind of excited to read is Winter by Marissa Meyer, the final book in the Lunar Chronicles. I haven't read it yet because I don't want to buy the hardcover, and there's a huge waiting list at the library for it. But I'm not really dreading reading it. Like, I'm not, I like the series a lot, but I don't like love it so much that I'm like, I don't want it to be over kind of thing.
I chose Game of Thrones because I have a theory about how that's going to end. I think
everyone will be dead.
Yeah, in the last book, George R. R. Martin's going to kill literally fucking everybody, and then the last page of the book is just going to be him doing this. And like that's how it's going to end. And it's just going to destroy me. So,
sounds likely.
I mean, that's if he doesn't die before that motherfucker finishes that series, because
you'll have the TV show at least.
It's not the same. It's just not
be like Firefly, and you have to rely on a different
medium for
it. Okay, next is Wolverine. Name a side character who always seems to steal the show.
I said the Velociraptors in Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the T-Rex is the one that gets all, like, the pictures, and he's on, like, the cover of the book, I think, and, like, whatever. But the Velociraptors will...
They're the ones you gotta be afraid of.
For Rizzle. Yeah, they'll rip you apart. So.
Yeah,
and also they come at you from the side. So, you know.
Yeah, and I couldn't really think of anything, so I defaulted to Harry Potter and said Hermione. For me, she steals the show anyway. Like, yes. I always liked Hermione more than Harry.
That's fair.
Or Ron, because Ron's kind of a whiny bitch.
He is a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Whiny bitch.
But Hermione really kicks some ass.
She does. Did you see that in The Cursed Child, they casted a woman of color to play her?
Yeah, for the play. It's a play, right?
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Which they never say in the book that she's white.
No, it sure doesn't. And I think it's really kick-ass that they did that.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
All right. The last one is, you are an X-Man or woman. What power from any fictional character would you have?
I chose like teleportation.
Nice.
Or maybe like super speed. Because like
Nice.
the Flash can run really long distances too, right?
Yeah.
Because I just think it'd be nice to be able to be like, I think I'll go visit my sister. There.
Gone.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think I'll go to Tahiti. There.
Bye. That's awesome.
Which I guess if you're super speedy, you probably can't run over water. Maybe you can if you go fast
Quicksilver
enough.
can.
He can?
Pretty much.
Yeah. So
That's
what I'd choose, because I hate having to like sit in a car for 3 hours to go visit my sister.
Yeah, that's a long time.
I would have to go sit in a car for 6.5 hours to go see Megan in Dallas. So
6.5 hours to Dallas?
It's like six.
Damn.
6 or so.
That's a ways.
Mm-hmm.
I chose telepathy/telekinesis. I've always dug that. I've always wanted to be like Xavier, Jean Grey in the X-Men, because I think that power is pretty awesome. Plus, it would make my job a hell of a lot easier.
Yeah.
You know, it would be super simple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to get in other people's brains. I don't want that.
Yeah, there are certain instances where I'm really glad I can't read minds, but like, and I'm really glad no one can read mine.
Yeah. That's it though.
Yeah, so that's the tag.
Should we tag anybody? We always forget to think about who to tag.
Yeah, we
Who's
do.
someone we haven't tagged in a while? Yeah, we're gonna tag.
Tag.
We're gonna tag Cody.
Talk like me now. All right.
We're gonna tag Cody from Pimp Book Review. What about Jen? We haven't tagged her in a while, from Read Jen Read.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. So Jen, we're tagging you.
Get up in this.
Yeah. So I think that's it. We're just gonna tag Cody and Jen. Let's talk about the beer a little bit.
Let's do it.
I think it's pretty good. I like it.
Yeah, I like it. It's really vanilla-y.
Mm-hmm. It's not my favorite porter I've ever had, but
no, mine either. I think
decent.
that Black Butte Porter is probably my favorite porter from Deschutes.
Yeah, that one's really good. I don't know what my favorite is.
But yeah, some of them have like a kind of like a bitter aftertaste, and I feel like this one kind of has like a
Maybe slightly.
yeah. So I like porters that are a little bit more smooth.
Yeah. This one definitely isn't bad though.
No, not bad at all. Yeah, so that's our X-Men Apocalypse tags. We'll have social media info down below.
Yeah, and if you're not subscribed, go ahead and do that.
Do it. Yeah, so thanks for watching. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much for subscribing. We're glad you're here with us in the restricted section.
Yeah. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.